Good morning, welcome back to the plot. I've been a bit sneaky actually, and I've been up here and done a couple of things without you. Let me start at the beginning. Here's our list. You will note that arrange bark delivery is ticked off the list, and that is because I completely arranged that. Also, what I did preempting that was coming was organise where I want the path areas over on plot 2. So I also did that and can tick that off. However, yesterday was bark delivery day. It started off with the delivery driver being an hour late. He then explained when he got here in a car with my ton bark delivery that somebody had hit his pickup truck. The day just went from bad to worse, honestly. So he got in the car what he could get in, and it wasn't enough. At least not what I needed. I mean, he obviously charged us less for it, and that's all fine, but it wasn't as much bark as I kind of required. So I'm not going to lie, I did some weeding in the hour it took him to get here, and then I got the hump and I went home. So there have been some changes over on plot 2 with the bark delivery, not quite as many as I had hoped. But we are starting today with an eviction notice. The greenhouse being evicted. I've had enough of it. I also have the aubergines here and the chilies and peppers. They are going and being planted out in the greenhouse because I am so overwhelmed by how much stuff I have at home, how much stuff is in the greenhouse. Things just kind of need a planting out now. So yeah, I'm going to continue turfing out things I think I can put in the ground. And then we'll go with that. Let's see what we end up with. Welcome to the chaos. There's actually more behind me too that I put there yesterday. We have spring onions, we have fennel, we have cosmos, various other flowers, beetroots, radishes, the dahlias, borage, the flipping snapdragons. What else do we have? Everything. And behind me there's more. There's lettuces, there's feverfew, there's cucumbers, marigolds. None of this is going back in the greenhouse. What is left in the greenhouse is the sweet corn for short term, basil, leeks, and the courgettes and pumpkins that haven't come up yet. In the car are massive aubergines and chilies and peppers. They will be going into the greenhouse. Best make a start really, hadn't I? Right, what first? Spring onions, because I know where they're going to go. Made a decision. I'm going to kind of take it a bed at a time. So this bed over here, this is one of the very, very front beds at the plot. Spring onions, going to put some marigold down the sides, beetroot across the front, and then what else will I have to go in here? Red cabbages. I've just sown those. Those are just germinating, so they will then go in here too, but I don't have those at the minute, so that's it for this one. Beetroot, spring onions, marigolds. So it's the two at the very first front bit of the plot. Those are both done. One of them already had the cauliflowers and bits and pieces in. I just popped some marigolds in that. and the other one has now had spring onions, beetroot, and again marigolds, in with what is already in there, which is dill, kohlrabi and the Savoy cabbage. This one behind me already has garlic, what I like to call the happy garlic, because it looks like it actually might make garlic, and the onions that were miserable in the greenhouse. This is a theme, isn't it? It was miserable in the greenhouse. I have got a few bits of kale already. They can go in here. The red kale that I planted, that didn't do much, so I'm going to re-sow that, and I'm going to re-sow it at this point so that I kind of know which bits I'm missing. So yeah, 2 rows of kale will go in here, and then some red kale will go in at a later date. Two rows of kale in, 1 new bundle of kale have just been sown. I'm not going to put them in the greenhouse because that means having to harden everything off before it goes out, so they can just live their best life outside here on the plot somewhere under a piece of netting. I'll create something. This bed is watered. Now I need to go and play finding a piece of net that fits and trying to get it on the bed. Favourite job. We are now at what I call bed 4. We have got cabbage going in here, kohlrabi. I'm going to direct sow that. I did it last year when we took this plot on. They worked out just fine. A few beans, some spinach. There's some onions at the bottom end. First of all, we'll get some nasturtium in there quickly. So these can go right on the edge. I have already put some in here. I don't know where they are, which probably means we're going to have 8 million nasturtium. In fact, I think I've put some in here 2 times. I'm just digging these in until I can feel like the soil is like moist. It's starting to busy up here today now at the plot. There we go, Mr. Nasturtiums. Live your best little life in there. Right, what's next? Probably getting these cabbages out, and that empties up that tray then. So all of these are going to go all the way along a row here. We've got 6 of each. We've got quite rooty. The reason I'm having a complete greenhouse eviction day is because I'm struggling to keep it all watered. It is getting to like 40 degrees in there, more than that. I did also give in and pull out the mange too yesterday, which also probably aided somewhat in my rather bad mood. Yeah, I definitely left those in the greenhouse far too long, and I think the situation is likely to be about the same with the sweet peas. So as we go along through planting things out, I'm also going to put some little sweet pea seeds straight into the ground. Back up sweet peas. Just this. If I mix these up, no, it's them ones. Move them out of the way. Yeah, which is becoming a bit of a theme, really, isn't it, with the peas and things. We've planted backups everywhere. The first set of peas have actually done really well, and the fresh ones are growing. The Monge 2 again, the backup Monge 2 have all started to germinate now too, so that's good. Hopefully the sweet peas do the same. Yeah, I lost my nerve with direct sowing the kohlrabi. What I have done though is I have marked out 2 rows in the bed where these will go, and I've also marked out 3 little lanes at the end where the spring onions will go. I have those germinating at home in the garden. So I'm going to plant a couple of bush beans, dwarf French beans, directly in here, and a row of spinach at the front. And I will direct sow some of the spinach along with that spinach too, because I quite like that just for salad leaves, especially through the summer. Yeah, that's it. Bed 4 coming on. Time to play putting on ornaments. We are over here now in technically bed 6, but the 5th one that I'm doing. In this one, we are going to plant. We've got lettuce, radishes, some cosmos are going to go in here. We've got chard. I'm going to put a bit of rocket in. I'm just going to direct sow that and hope for the best. However, these spring onions are not part of the plan, and to say that they are ready to pick would be an understatement because they are blinking massive. So these are going to come out now. And oh my God, this one's even bigger. I'm going to pull these out and then work on getting the other bits and pieces in this bed. I have done quite a lot, but not as much as I had hoped. So, what have we got left to do? Lots of flowers to plant out. I'm a little bit conscious of those, although some of them are going to have to go out because they've just gone too mad. I've got some bulbs to go in. They will be going over on plot 2. The sunflowers, I just don't know. Most of this is now done. I've got one bed left over here. I've resown the sweet peas in it. And that will be courgettes and kind of baby corn. So I can't do anything with that yet. They're all in the greenhouse and will stay in there. Everything else I think on this plot that can go out is out. I think we head over to plot 2 and we'll put some of these flowers and bits and pieces out. And the fennel, a couple of beetroots, some radishes, they can go in. And I'm a bit scared to plant out the Brussels because they look really good and I don't want them to die. It is getting quite late in the day now. It is like nearly 2 o'clock, and I still have stuff to plant out. I have got fennel to go in here, some beetroot, some radishes. There will be a row of cosmos, and I'm going to stick a couple of marigold into just to make it pretty. And then over in the tree area, I have a whole lot to plant out over there too. The sweet peas definitely died. I'm sure I already planted some backup sweet peas though in one of these sets, probably that one because it was the worst looking one when I planted them out. And there's one more behind you, so I'm going to put some sweet pea seeds in there, plant out this little bed here, do some bits over on this side, and then I'll show you how far my bark delivery did not get and what both plots are looking like currently. Right, let's go. My battery is not far off of dead. I have done all the planting out though over here in this little area, so I've got all the little pretty bits and pieces in. I just hope we don't get a frost, but really they're going to die in the greenhouse regardless, so they're going to have to like it or lump it, at least for now. I'm going to water this bit in and then we'll go for a quick tour around what's going on both of the plots at the minute and let you know where I've got to. So this is where we are now on plot 2. Watered in the lavenders at the front here. The dead sweet peas with the backup sweet peas planted in. This is the little bed that I planted up earlier. So it's got fennel, beetroot, radish, some marigolds. There will be a cucumber in there too, and some dahlias and some cosmos. Planted a few nasturtium around on some of these beds. We've got the onions in over this side. The other dead sweet peas also have backup sweet peas. A few more onions in here. You've got carrots and parsnips in these ones. They are all in there, germinating away. And the parsnips are coming up. Then we have this little area here, the little flower area with no bark, because, yeah, mentioned that earlier, didn't get enough. The asparagus bed. These are not looking very happy at all. They've all kind of, look, bent over. Yeah, so the little bark bits, so these are all now on my kind of little paths. And then this bit was supposed to get done too. And that's as much as we had. So this is the rhubarb and the artichokes over here on this side. And that is where we're at with plot 1. I will be next planting out the brassicas in that brassica cage, and then we'll take a little wander. That's plot 2, not plot 1. We're going to take a little wander back over to plot 1, where I have now had a tidy up. Should we start this one from the front too? Let's start this one from the front. And plot 1. The Savoy cabbage in here. We put in the red cabbages in there as well. Got a row of beetroot right at the very front here. In there. The kohlrabi, spring onions that side. This is the bed of cauliflower, got shallots, beetroot, radishes. I'm going to harvest some of them radishes. Some onions in there. This is where the other cabbages went. Spinach. Some more onions up at the end there. And garlic in here. And this is where I planted the radishes, chard, borage, some lettuce. Empty bed for the time being over here. This will be where the corn goes. This is where the kale have started to go in, and I did sow some more kale. Got onions and garlic in that one too. So the fruit beds, and the peas, and the broad beans. That was where the monge 2 were that I pulled up and replanted. And then this is what we've still got left in the greenhouse. All the brassicas. I have brought down the aubergines and the chilies. I don't have a minute to plant them out. So I'm going to give everything in here a good water. And have to leave it for another day. I didn't get the sunflowers out either. I got too scared. So this is what we've got left in here for the minute. Sweet corn. There's a lot of people on site who've planted their sweet corn out and it's dead. So we'll leave that in there a little bit longer. And the crazy lettuce. And the dahlias. So yeah, I am going to give this a good water in the greenhouse. And then I will be heading home. That is me done for the day. And I will be back up at some point this week to continue to evict everything from the greenhouse. Thank you very much for watching. I think it's a bit of an all over the place video, no doubt. With not very many pretty bits in it and a whole lot of time lapse, but I have been here for hours and hours, and yeah, it just had to kind of go how it had to go. But thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.